Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. The Royal Mint has recently released mintage figures for the coins which were circulated in 2021. In addition to that, we also got the mintage figure for commemorative coins which were sold in 2019. Now when a new commemorative coin comes out, some of the range we can see what the maximum mintage is going to be and how scarce they are in comparison to each other, but the brilliant uncirculated coins are minted to demand, which means we don't know how many are going to be created for collectors. Now that the 2019 mintage figures are out, we can see which of those brilliant uncirculating coins are the rarest ones and which ones could potentially hold the most value. We're going to start with the coins which were circulated in 2021. First we have the penny. This has been minted since 1971, so you can find examples of this coin which are over 50 years old. Of course, the penny has been minted for a much longer time throughout history, but today we are only looking at the ones which are currently used in circulation. In 2021, a total of 56 million were minted for circulation. This might seem like a lot of pennies, but it's actually the lowest minted year, with the exception of 3 years where none were minted, that this denomination has ever had. The year in which the Royal Mint produced the most pennies was in 1971, totaling 1.5 billion of them. So you can see the 2021 mintage is just a fraction of the quantity they are able to mint. 2020 was the last year we saw record low mintages of the penny, totaling 88 million, which is still quite a lot more than the new record holder for the rarest year of the circulating penny. The 2p coin as we know it today has again been minted for circulation since 1971, and 2021 brought in an extra 117 million 2p coins into our change. This ranks as the 13th rarest year on the 2p coin, again ignoring the years when the coin wasn't produced for circulation. The rarest 2p coin produced for mass circulation was in 2008 with the old design by Christopher Ironside. In 2008, the mintage figure was split between the older design and the shield of the Royal Arms, which replaced it as the new definitive design. Onto the smallest coin out in our change then, we have the 5p coin next. 2021 again breaks the record for the lowest mintage figure for this coin. There was only 28 million minted for circulation, compared to an all-time highest minted year which was 1990, seeing 1.6 billion minted for circulation, the largest quantity of a single coin produced for our change since decimalisation. Again, 2020 was previously the rarest 5p in circulation, and that year the mint created 49 million. So yet again, another huge drop to take the 2021 5p coin to the top of our leaderboard. We move next to the 10p coin. Now before we continue, we have to acknowledge that there are also commemorative coins out in circulation too. Our lowest 3 denominations only circulate in definitive forms, but on the 10p for 2 years it featured the A to Z collection of quintessentially British themes. As 2021 saw no commemorative designs enter circulation, we're only going to look at the definitives for comparison. In 2021 there were 71.2 million new 10p coins minted and put into our change. This makes it the 8th rarest circulating definitive 10p coin. The rarest year was again 2008, with the old Christopher Ironside design which totaled only 9.7 million, so quite a lot harder to find than a 2021 10p will be. The most numerous year was 1992, which was the year that the 10p was shrunk down to the size of the coin we're more familiar with today. We have the 20p coin up next. The 2021 dated version of this coin became our second rarest 20p coin, with only 19.6 million being minted at the Royal Mint. This is second only to, you guessed it, the old design 20p from 2008, where some of the older designs by William Gardner were minted, and some of the new shield of the Royal Arms by Matthew Dent was as well. The all-time high came in 1982 with 740 million of them being minted for the first year they became a circulating coin. 50p coins next, and 2021 saw no coins struck for circulation at all. There are a number of years when the definitive 50p coin hasn't been struck for, in 2009, 10, 11, 16 and 18, but in those years we had a range of commemorative 50p's to circulate instead. So for the first time since the 50p was shrunk down to the size of coin we use today back in 1997, there will not be a 2021 50p to find in our change, commemorative or definitive. This does mean if you find a 50p minted in 2021, then that must have been minted for a collector's set of coins, broken out and spent, so that would make it a really rare coin. Up to the £1 coin, we see the lowest mintage figure since the change in the style of our coin back in 2017, with 21.7 million of these coins being minted to be put into our change. Each year since we have changed to the 12-sided £1 coin, less and less seem to get struck, from an all-time high in 2017, totaling almost 750 million of these coins. This is to be expected though, as the peaks of production for a coin tends to be in the first years of it becoming a circulating coin, due to the need to create enough for all to use from scratch. Lastly, the £2 coin. 2016 was the last time that a new £2 coin was struck for circulation, and each year since none have entered our change. That is until 2021, because for only the third time the definitive Britannia £2 coin has been produced to go out into circulation. There was a little over 6 million mintage, which makes it the highest mintage figure since the Britannia design was adopted as the new definitive design back in 2015. But if we count the previous definitive design, the Technologies £2 coin, 2021's Britannia ranks as the 5th rarest year of this denomination. Now then, let's have a dig through 2019's mintage figure for the commemorative coins. The biggest selling commemorative coin for 2019 was a 50p, and it was the Gruffalo. This was the first of 2 coins released in 2019, and it would seem that coin collectors and the public loved it, selling just over 108,000 of these coins. It is worth noting that in addition to selling Royal Mint packaged brilliant uncirculated coins, they also sell rolls of unpackaged BU coins to companies to package for themselves, but in this video we're only interested in the Royal Mint packaged bunk coins. Just a few less selling than the Gruffalo 50p, we have the first Innovation in Science 50p coin. This is the Stephen Hawking commemorative 50p. The set would continue and conclude in 2022, marking great British scientists and scientific discoveries, before moving to the £2 coin, which will be continued for a number of more years. With strong sales of the first coin totaling just over 107,000, it's going to be really interesting to see which of the coins in this set is the most bought and which is the rarest, but we won't know that for a few more years. With quite the reduction in sales, we then have the Wallace & Gromit 50p. This celebrated 30 years since a grand day out. There were just over 60,000 of these sold, and they came in really clever packaging which folds out into a rocket, the same which the characters created to get to the moon for some cheese. With an ever reducing total mintage, we move on to the Sherlock Holmes 50p. Now this coin did go out into circulation as well, so you can find it in your change, but this one has been struck to a higher standard than a coin which was created for circulation. Almost 50,000 of these BU coins were minted. With a surprisingly low mintage figure, we have the 2019 Peter Rabbit. This was the first of the Beatrix Potter series which was not put into circulation, with the previous 3 years seeing multiple designs circulate. In previous years, the Peter Rabbit coin went from highs of 223,000 BU coins being minted to just 47,500 in 2019. Perhaps collectors tiring of the character, but with one more Peter Rabbit released in 2020 on a 50p, it's going to be really interesting to see how many of these got bought and which one ends up being the rarest. With just under 42,000 being created, we have the 2019 Snowman 50p. This was the second snowman design, having began an annual tradition the previous year. There has been a Snowman 50p every year since. 67,500 of the 2018 sold in the previous year, making the 2019 version a little rarer than that, and again we await to see mintages of following years to see how the collection is trending. We then have the second Gruffalo 50p, this time featuring the brave little mouse. Just under 38,000 were produced by the Royal Mint, which is quite the drop from the first coin released earlier in the year. But for those who bought both of them, it works in your favour, with this one being rather more rare than the first. These next two BU50Ps were 2019 Paddingtons. There were more of this one, Paddington at the Tower, with almost 32,500 being made for collectors, slightly less than the designs created in 2018 for this series. The Paddington at the Cathedral 50p was 2019's second Paddington BU50p, with just over 28,000 being bought up. Strange in that they were both released on the same day at the same time. I guess more people liked the Paddington at the Tower design. Both of these coins, as well as their counterparts in 2018, were also put into circulation. But by quite the margin, the lowest minted BU50p in 2019 was to mark the 50th anniversary of the denomination being out in our change, with a special privy mark detailing to the corners of the coin and a return of Britannia to the 50p. Less than 11,000 of these coins sold, which may result in these coins being rather sought after over time. If we look now to the BU £2 coin releases of 2019, the highest mintage was the D-Day 75th anniversary coin. There was just short of 26,000 produced by the Royal Mint to mark the occasion, and it's not the first time that D-Day has been celebrated on our coins, as there was a 50p coin to celebrate this major turning point of the Second World War. 2019 saw the second release in the 3-coin set to mark James Cook's voyage of discovery. In 2018, just over 24,500 BU coins were produced for collectors, and 2019 saw over 12,500 of these sell to collectors. Again, this is a collection which we don't have the figures for the last coin, so hopefully soon we will get to see which is the rarest of the three of them. We dropped down to a mintage of 15,500 for the Wedgwood £2 coin. This coin also featured in the annual set of coins, so perhaps collectors had already bought it in that set and didn't fancy duplicating coins in their collections, making this a rather scarce, brilliant uncirculated coin to own individually. The only other £2 coin which got a release in 2019 was this one, to celebrate Samuel Pepys. With just over 14,000 brilliant uncirculating coins being struck for Royal Mint packaging, this would appear to be the rarest one that you could have bought in 2019. Finally then, we'll look at the £5 coins, starting with the Tower of London collection. This one is the Ravens. The set would include 4 different designs throughout 2019, and this one was the highest minted of the 2019 BU £5 coins, totalling over 14,500. The £5 coins seem to be the lowest minted of all the denominations overall, perhaps not the most popular denomination for collectors of the time. We then have the Queen Victoria £5 coin, with just over 13,500 Royal Mint Bunk coins bought. We're getting to rather low mintages now. Another coin in the Tower of London collection, we see the Crown Jewels next, coming in with a mintage of 13,238, a bit lower than the previous £5 coin which we have seen in this collection, but we still have 2 more from this set to see how low the mintage figure can get. From one collection to another, we have a Queen's Beast coin here. This one is the Falcon of the Plantagenets, the whole collection comprised of 10 coins plus a completer coin as well, and has become a rather popular set of coins. Of the Falcon, there were only 13,041 BU coins produced. Back to the Tower of London once more, this coin honours the Yeoman Warders, commonly referred to as Beefeaters. They guard the Tower of London, and you can see them around the historic site keeping guard. There were 11,645 of the BU coins which were bought up by collectors. With mintage numbers reducing with each coin, we return to the Queen's Beast collection again. This time the Yale of Beaufort, with 11,220 minted. That was just 3 less than the 2018's Black Bull of Clarence, a coin which has skyrocketed in value, so perhaps the Yale 2 will see a nice payoff for those who are lucky enough to buy it at release. This one is the last of the Tower of London collection. Well, at least until 2020, when another 4 coins were minted for collectors. This coin is the Ceremony of the Keys and the lowest minted of all 4 £5 coins, only 10,977 being minted in total. Our penultimate £5 and BU coin is this one, the 2019 Remembrance Day coin. For many years, the Royal Mint has issued a beautiful £5 coin each year for Remembrance Day, with the exception of 2022, which was a surprise at the time. Perhaps next year we'll see another one though, but the 2019 one sold 10,721. So then, the lowest minted BU coin of 2019 was this one here, the Lion of England for the Cricket World Cup. The design was repurposed from the 2017's Queen's Beast Lion of England, with a change in the year on the coin though. The same design also got a release in 2018 to celebrate England's success at the FIFA World Cup, coming in third position. So maybe by the third time this coin got minted, some felt that they didn't need the coin again. But with a change of date and design of the BU packaging, those that did purchase it now own 2019's rarest BU Royal Mint coin. So let me know if you bought one of these ones. I'd love to know in the comments which was your favourite commemorative coin released out in 2019. There was a whole range of amazing coins that we could add to our collections. There are also links down in the description with some of the coins that we featured in today's video, so if you missed out on any of those, you can buy them up now. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You can also catch us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on TikTok and Twitter. We have our shop and online store, but I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.